Hey guys, Home DIY Dan here. It has been a minute since I've done a video, like an actual video of working on something. Started a business. My wife started a business. Things have been a little crazy around the house. Kids are growing up. So, I apologize, it's been a few. One of my goals has always been to restore an 87 IROC-Z from the ground up. It was my first car, and I've always wanted to build one and restore one with the kids so that they can start to learn about cars and, all the stuff that goes into them. I came across a deal on Facebook Marketplace that I couldn't really pass up. Picked this up for $1,000 out of a barn. It's in decent condition, standard rust on the floor pans, and looks like it had a bit of a rough life, but overall it's in good condition. Went and picked it up on Father's Day and brought it back. Show you guys all everything that's been done so far. I wasn't sure if I was making videos on this or not, so I didn't film a lot of the stuff because I'm like, I'm not gonna make a video on that. And then other days I'd be like, yeah, let's make a video on that. So I'm making a video on it. So far I've gotten the car flipped over. I built a wooden rotisserie to tip it over. We stripped all the rust off the bottom, added a Mastercoat Rust Sealer and Mastercoat's like AG111 top coat. What you'll also see in this video is spraying the Rust Sealer on the inside. So let's get at it. One of the first things we had to do was tear out everything. The carpet was gross, and I really needed to see what was going on underneath because I couldn't take a look at it when we were out at the farm. And as I feared, there was rust everywhere. It wasn't through all the spots, but like here, I ended up welding in a piece to fix it. And then my little buddy, he was helping me build the wooden rotisserie so we could get the Camaro flipped on its side to get to the bottom and access and weld in some new panels from the bottom and see how bad the underside was. After I got the rotisserie built, it's time to flip it on its side. I didn't do a video for the rotisserie. I just kind of copied other people's designs I saw on YouTube and online, and it worked out well. So as you can see, the underside is pretty dirty, which is standard for any car. But I needed to pressure wash that and degrease it so I could see where all the rust was. And it wasn't too bad. There was just one spot under the passenger side seat that I really had to cut out. And I fabricated a new piece for it and ended up welding it in. I really wish I had done a video for this part, but this is just me spraying the rust coating on the bottom, which looks fantastic, and then covering it with the AG111, which turned out great. Gave it a nice gloss black on the bottom, as you'll see here. And now it's time to tip it back over and start working on the inside. I'm removing all this all the old seam sealer that they had in here. It's just kind of flaking apart. It's a good thing I am, because there's some surface rust hidden back here that will be taken care of, but if I hadn't removed it, it could be a problem. So I didn't go ridiculously overboard like GM did in the 80s, but it's with a special automotive sealant, Acfix P645. I'll put a link in the description. I got it on Amazon. It wasn't too expensive, so I just filled back in all the stuff that had cracked off, filled in the seams, and then now we're gonna wipe it down and get her ready for paint. All right, guys, so I'm using the Mastercoat Rust Sealer. That's what I used on the bottom of the Camaro. So I'm just mixing it up. I'm gonna put it in this Harbor Freight siphon gun. Seems to work pretty well, and then some of the other videos I've seen online with the testing, like, it's a very good rust inhibitor. I'll link to one of the videos where dude like puts in a salt spray test for months, and this was the best looking one of the group. So just gotta mix it up really well, as there's like aluminum bits in there, and I guess the top kind of hardened while I guess I didn't seal it properly, so there's some chunks in there, hence the filter. Just gotta stir it up because there is like aluminum on the bottom. But this should be enough to just do the bottom or the inside real fast. Not gonna do a whole bunch of coats. I added a splash of reducer just to maybe compensate for anything that might have evaporated. And then they have two versions of this. This one, which is the slim, which has already got the reducer in it. And then they've got another one where you would add the reducer to make it sprayable. So this is like a ready to spray version. One thing I did before spraying this is all the screw holes I filled with some grease. That way it doesn't cover the holes, and it's easy to just scoop out when I'm done. So I'm just using the siphon spray gun from Harbor Freight. I think I had the PSI at the air compressor set at like 45, and it sprayed out really well. I'm not sure what I had the gun settings at, but I played around with it and got it how I needed it. I was mostly worried about just getting my technique down so that when I move on to primer and eventually paint and clear coat, I've had some practice at doing it. And I wasn't as concerned with the look. The stuff flows out really easy. It's self-leveling, and I'm gonna be putting sound deadener and then the carpet. So after this video, no one will ever see it. I want to thank you guys for watching. Next video is going to be cleaning out the engine bay and getting all the paint and grinding off all the rust and going through and doing the rust sealer again like we did on the inside, but I'm also going to be adding the top coat that they sell for that Mastercoat sells. I just ordered it, so we're going to be doing that. And then after that, it's on to body work. I have no idea what color I'm picking yet for this car. I also don't know what engine's going in here, what version of the LS I'm gonna pick. Just kind of going. I know overall what I want to do, but haven't nailed down the details on everything. Well, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and that like button. And if you have any ideas for me on what I can do in terms of like the drivetrain or maybe some cool colors, I'm leaning towards blue, leave them in the comments. All right, guys, see you later.